Hey kids, what's happening? Welcome to West Wind. That's what we kind of call the property. Been that for many years. I named it West Wind because as a kid, I used to spend quite a few vacations in Colorado at my uncle's. He had a house in the mountains there, right out of Denver, Colorado, and it was beautiful. I loved it there. I loved the aura of that area, the pines, the mountains. And so I wanted to kind of bring as much of that here as I could, which is impossible. You can't bring the mountains, but I have been able to bring the pines in, among some other things. Hence the fourth we call it West Wind, the wind that comes from the west. So we're getting some of the wind from Denver, Colorado, I suppose, at one point or another. You can see here I've been pretty busy. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I have not been doing any motorcycle riding this week. Last week we went camping, and this week we're trying to just kind of catch up on things and get these chores behind us. This is my second truckload of bark mulch that I've been spreading, and some of the areas use a lot of mulch around the house. Obviously took a lot, but right now I'm just kind of working on the herb garden, which is a little more meticulous. You kind of have to place it around the flowers and such, so it's a little more work. I've said it before, but you don't ever get a whole lot of life unless you put a lot of work into it. You don't need a lot of money. You just need some good old sweat. Get down and do the work, and you can make it look like $1 million. And that's pretty much what we do here. So yeah, once I get this load off of the truck, I still have a couple places to get rid of it. This is the hardest part here though, and I'm more than halfway done with it, so thank God for that. I'm about ready to wrap it for today though. I've been working since this morning, and it's hot. It's probably around 80 degrees, but the sun is just baking hot, and I've been sweating out here enough. So I'm going to go in and cool down. I'm going to see if I can get my wife out here to do a walk around with you and kind of show you what we've been doing.
Hey, beautiful people. Welcome to Little House on the Prairie. That's what it feels like.
Our little house on the prairie. This is Val's favorite place.
Yes, this is the back deck. I come out here in the morning to sip my coffee, if it's not too cold. We've had some chilly mornings. I enjoy looking at my plants.
My daughter bought us this one. And then these.
We rescued these from Walmart. They look like they were dying. It was one big basket, that one and this one. And Mark split the basket apart, and we ended up with two hanging flower baskets, and they're flourishing. They love it here.
Yeah, they look beautiful. You couldn't tell that this was a half of a basket.
Yeah.
It's completely filled in. Same with this one. It's doing very well.
And look at my herbs. I have parsley and cilantro and basil hidden back here, and we've already used basil in one of our dinners, and we used cilantro in our dinner too. I think we've even used the parsley.
Cilantro, parsley, and basil.
Yeah.
And there's a big pail.
That way I can just walk out from the kitchen and get the herbs that I need.
Yeah, that makes it very handy,
convenient.
very convenient, and we've done a lot of that.
Did you get that little bird back there, little wren? She has a nest.
She's sitting right under the...
And she's not happy we're out here.
No, she's not. She's got a nest up here in this gourd. I see she put a little stick there so she can perch on. And I think she's got babies in there. She's been bringing food back and forth. She just sings all day long. And we hear her in the kitchen there. We just hear her chattering away.
I brought my houseplants out to get some fresh air and sunshine and rainwater.
Yeah, they're looking very nice.
Yeah.
They love it
They
outside.
perk up, for sure.
Let's go look at the garden.
Okay.
So the ferns are coming through the steps. They're taking over here. The garden's doing absolutely fabulous right now. We put the compost in there, the mushroom compost, and the tomatoes are almost coming up to the top of the baskets now. They've got blossoms on them, so we're going to have tomatoes.
My favorite part of the garden. Last year we didn't have a lot, so I told Itchy this year, more tomatoes.
Yeah, so let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tomato plants. And 2 zucchinis, 2 squash, and in the back we got sunflowers. So the garden is flourishing right now.
Very much so.
Oh, and also over here we've got sugar snap peas growing on the fence. And I picked 4 peas this morning off of the vine there. So you got a little pea right there. Right there. It's starting to grow. And we got new blossoms on there, so they might give us one dinner for sugar snaps. We've done a lot of work here, as you can see. We've got everything mulched, we've got flowers planted.
Lots of weeding.
Yeah, we've done weeding.
Tons.
We've used Roundup on the driveway to keep the weeds down. I've been working on the herb garden and getting it prepared. By the midsummer, by August, this will be a sea of color. But we have had some issues. And yeah, critters. We've got lots of critters. I showed you in some of my past videos some of the damages that have incurred, but you know, we put all the work and effort into this place to make it look beautiful, and then we've got to battle these darn animals that just tear stuff up.
Deer wreck the trees, and skunks are digging up stumps, and raccoons are digging up my plants.
Yeah, what happened over here?
Well, I came out to water it yesterday morning and had the shock of my life. It was all dug up. You had just planted it the day before.
Now this was a little hydrangea that Val had that we've been nurturing, and it's been struggling, but it was starting to come back very well. And she came out yesterday morning only to find that the thing was completely dug up. All the dirt was unearthed, the mulch was all skewed all over the place. The raccoons.
I could have just cried. I went in the house. I said, Mark, you need to come out here.
And that's just one of the things we've had damaged. You know, I can take you around, show you a bunch of other stuff, but they've been digging up our mulch beds and scattering the mulch into the yard. They've been destroying some of our plants. I got this pine tree here, and the deer have been chewing on it. Yeah, they've been eating the pine, the new growth on the pines.
We went to a nursery, and the lady told us, oh, just spread some Critter Ritter. No, Critter Ritter does nothing against these guys.
We also used this product called Animal Be Gone that's in a spray bottle, and we sprayed it on everything. Did nothing. Now we bought this beautiful, beautiful red lily, and it had huge blossoms on it, big red blossoms. There's another stem down here. It lasted one day. We came out the next day, and the deer
flower was gone.
Had ate the flowers off of it. You know, I should have thought ahead. You know, now hindsight's 20/20. I have a cage around it, but and anything around here you have to put a cage around to protect.
And the reason I had to get that lily was because I had a little one here, and came out, it was broke.
Broke right off at the ground. Something chewed it right off of the ground. Then we bought this clematis, and it hadn't even been there for a couple days, and something chewed the tips off, all the buds off, all the new buds off of it. So again, I had to put a cage up around it.
We have to like cage our whole yard, it feels like.
Yeah. So anyway, you know, we've tried all kinds of things, and yesterday we came up with another solution.
I don't know, natural.
I used my sprayer and red hot sauce. So I filled my sprayer up with water, and then I dumped half a bottle of this triple X hot chili habanero, extra hot Frank's Red Hot, and I put a whole bottle of this crushed cayenne pepper. That was a mistake, because the cayenne pepper that I put in there, you know, it's pulpy, and it plugged up my sprayer head like immediately. It wouldn't squirt at all. So I had a real issue trying to blow the crap out of there and get it opened up again. And then my wife gave me a pair of her old pantyhose.
They were brand new. In the box, I found them in the back of a drawer. I don't wear pantyhose. But he was lucky I saved them.
And I used that to strain it. And I strained the hot sauce. I poured it into a 5-gallon bucket, straightened it out, and strained all of this cayenne pepper back out of it. And it was still hot enough that it was burning my eyes. But then all the pulp was out of there. I poured it back in here, and I was able to spray everything, all the landscape beds, the plants, the cages, everything with that hot pepper sauce. And last night we had no evidence of anything.
Well, we got up this morning and everything was still the way it was.
Yeah.
Nothing dug up, nothing chewed, so we were happy.
And that's what we want. That's the result we want. So if it rains, I may have to mix up another batch. I still have a half a bottle of each of this stuff. So
They say, the experts say that raccoons hate the smell of pepper. They have very keen sense of smell, and if they just get a hint of that, they hate the smell of pepper. So we're hoping that'll do it.
yeah, and so far so good. So I mean, it's much cheaper than buying all that other expensive stuff, Critter Ritter and the Animal Be Gone. This is a very cheap way to get by, and you can mix up quite a bit more. I was able to treat everything with it.
One thing we noticed it did not deter was the dang squirrel from going up on the bird feeder. You sprayed the whole bird feeder.
Yeah, I sprayed the bird feeder too, thinking it would keep the squirrel off the bird feeder, but nah, the squirrel loves bird seed way too much.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's half Mexican because he likes the spicy.
Could very well be. He's a red squirrel.
Yeah. Another job I did here was to replace the doors on the shed, which were rotting, and we also put a skirt board all around the bottom of the shed because the moisture was starting to wick up into the T111, and it was showing a little bit of decay. So we put treated wood on there, pulled the dirt and the mulch away, and that should last another 15 years or so. I would hope anyway. You know, we don't entertain much around here, but we put a lot of work into our property. We put a lot of pride into it because we love it here, and we love it's like living in a wonderland, living in a park, even nicer than a park. It's just everything is so cool, and you know,
the best part, no people.
And there's no people. And we don't entertain here. So this is the best we can do, is to share everything with you guys and you know, let you enjoy some of the beauty of this place too. And hey, today I get to share the beauty of my wonderful, lovely wife.
Oh, please. That's why I'm not always in the video, people. My hair is still trying to come back. It looks horrible. So a lot of times I'm just not feeling up to being in the videos, or his subject matter really doesn't involve anything with me. So I appreciate all of you. I read the comments on his videos, and I appreciate everybody saying, say hi to V, where's V, we miss seeing her. I appreciate that.
I appreciate it very much too. Last ditch effort here to try to save these trees. Every year the buck has come up here with its antlers and tore this little pine tree to shreds. This little pine tree is over 20 years old, and it's not even waist high yet, because as you can see, they broke it off numerous times, and it's basically growing from a stem that was still there. And then we have the same issue down here with this one.
Digging in this now.
Yeah, you can see that something was digging in that one. And I didn't spray this with cayenne, but I did put Critter Ritter on there.
So much for Critter Ritter. It doesn't rid anything.
So yeah, Critter Ritter doesn't do anything. You can see what happens.
Don't waste your money on it.
They dig all the mulch, they kick it all out. The same with this tree. It's just regrowing from some branches because the main stem was ripped completely off by a buck. That's what they do.
And it's nice having the conservancy back here, but that's what you deal with. All the critters coming out.
Yep. Oh, red-winged blackbird up there scolding us.
Too bad we didn't capture the fox that went running through the other day.
Yeah, we had a red fox ran right up the alley here and came right up by the house. I always leave these cattails on the back of the pond, and the red-winged blackbirds nest in here.
You hear the frogs?
I hear the frogs croaking over here too. The frogs love these cattails, so we leave it there for kind of a nature preserve thing.
I guess they want to be in the video.
Yeah, the frogs are all saying hello.
Oh, there goes one.
Oh, that's a young red-winged blackbird there. Just a baby.
Aww.
So it's right
Mama's
in.
getting very upset.
Yeah, Mama is very upset. She's flying overhead, squawking up a storm. This is her territory back here, so she really gets upset when we come back here.
She'll be attacking us next.
Well, I was working back here one day, and she was dive bombing me really heavy.
So I was telling my sister, who lives in California, she called yesterday and said, so what have you guys been up to? And I said, well, I cut acreage on Sunday, and I said, we're weeding and planting, and we've got a vegetable garden. And she said, sounds like you live on Little House on the Prairie. I said, that's about right.
It's a lot of work. Well, like I said, if you want something nice, you got to put the effort into it. You got to put the blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Where's all the fishes? Fishes! Come on! Come on, fishes! They always follow.
They do. They follow you.
Fishes, they think I have bread. I have nothing for them today. Look, there's a big catfish. Yeah, they think I have bread.
If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Be sure to hit that like button, and if you hit the notification bell, once you're subscribed, you will get a notification each time we post a new video. We post 2 videos a week, every Thursday and every Sunday night at 8 o'clock.
And don't forget to share with your friends. If you like it, they might like it.
Yeah, so thanks for your support. we're thankful for all of you guys. We
Oh, for sure.
appreciate your comments and sharing the love. So, hey, until next time, we will catch you later. Where are we going here? Left or right?
I think there's some trail maintenance to your right.
Oh, yeah.